a drag and drop design company crossed over $1 billion revenue. Yes, I'm talking about none other than Canva.
Graphic design has changed. It's gone from this to this, and it's still not easy. Empower everyone to design. And so, Canva was born. It made design simple, and it took off big time. I'm of the 20 million people that use Canva every month. This is Mel, Cliff, and Cam, and this is Canva.
Most successful businesswomen, her company, Canva.
Can you imagine a design company that literally worked on dragging the items and designing official documents, business card, and social media? Changed the whole designing process. A simple design company that gave almost 90% of the features for free, and an instant design company that made it easy to make designs for everyone. Well, it might sound simple, but it is not that simple. Before Canva was launched, majority 3 design softwares covered the design segment. Those were Adobe Express, Snappa, and Crelo. Design was not as easy as it is today. Business had to hire graphic designers to make design for their business. The softwares were complex, and the biggest problems were experienced by small business owners, freelancers, and students who couldn't afford designers, and all they had was PowerPoint and Microsoft Paint. And by any chance you try to learn these complex design softwares, you would get frustrated and give up easily. So in short, it was difficult to design anything unless you have a fancy designer who charges like crazy. Now here is where Melanie Parkins, the co-founder of Canva, bought a design revolution.
Melanie's road to the top hasn't been easy, but it has been quick. Canva was founded 7 years ago.
How hard was it to get started?
Really hard, and we pitched hundreds of investors, getting rejected time and time again, which was really annoying at the time.
While studying communication and psychology in the University of Western Australia, Parkin used to tutor students in graphic designs. While doing that, she noticed that students had to struggle a lot with complex design softwares like Adobe Photoshop, which often take semesters to learn the basic features. This brought an idea in Parkin's mind. What if there is something much simpler than these complex softwares? So she, with her boyfriend Cliff, who is now the co-founder and COO of Canva, came up with Fusion Books. It was simply an online tool that allowed students to create their own school yearbooks using a simple drag and drop interface. In fun, Fusion Book grew to become the Australia's large yearbook publisher. Not only this, but they also expanded into France and New Zealand. And this is where something happened. After seeing the success of Fusion Books, Parkins thought, what if the same simplicity to design is accessible to all the people in all around the world? And that is when Canva was born in 2013. Canva was designed to give power to its users to create professional quality design without any need of extensive training or expensive software. In 2021, Canva crossed $1 billion, and by 2023, company has achieved a valuation of $32 billion with over 200 million users worldwide. Inspiring story, right? But the question is still remaining. How was Canva able to achieve it? Well, Canva worked on 4 things that helped it transform the design segment and provide simple designing accessible to all. Number 1 was target audience. While Adobe targeted pro designers, Canva went for non-designers with one question: what about non-designers? Canva was very clear about its audience. After seeking the gap in the design field, Parkins knew that there is no one for non-designers because every other software was focused on making an easy life for professional designers. And here is what she thought different by cracking into a totally different opposite audience. All she had to do is to create a tool that is easy to use for entrepreneurs, marketers, students, and even moms. They removed all the complexity that was keeping non-designers away from the softwares, and that is what changed the whole game. Their market increased from only designers to non-designers. That is 80% of the market or even more. Second is free templates. The whole game changed when Canva bought the easy to use free templates. So when you create a Canva account, you not only dodge complex designs, but you also get ready-made templates. It provides 500 plus templates for everything, whether it's social media posts, flyers, business cards, presentation, and more. And that's all for free. Now, this created an ease for its target audience. All you have to do to create a new design is search for what you want, and voila, you get hundreds of templates that you can use to customize according to your business theme. It became fun to work on Canva. Beginner designers used to brush up their designing skills, and small business owners and students used to create more than bearable design. Not only this, but Canva also provided graphics and multiple fonts all for free. Now this does arise one question, but how did Canva actually earn? This revenue model in Canva is called freemium model. In this model, Canva gave 90% of the value for free, and when the user is fond of this tool and knows he couldn't leave and go back, they offered a premium or pro version like Canva Pro and Canva for Teams. And once the user bought the Canva Pro, it works on a subscription model. So you as a user has to pay some amount every single month to access the pro features. Canva used a free first strategy and created a mass adoption at scale, and then the product upsold itself. Third is virality. Yes, that's the masterpiece Canva used. With every pro design that user download, Canva used to add made by Canva, made with Canva watermark. Now, this led to user generated growth because every time someone download or share a design, Canva got a free exposure. The user base essentially promoted Canva on its own, and this created virality. People didn't just design things for their personal use, they made things they wanted to share. And with every share, there was a mini advertisement for Canva, which led to exponential growth. And this is called user generated growth. Although later Canva removed the watermark from its design. Either it's a free design or the pro version that you have to pay the subscription for. Fourth is simplicity. Canva had big competitors which were in the market for years. But Canva's consistent approach to simplicity made it different from everything else. While Adobe and other design giants offered a powerful tool with lots of features, they focused heavily on professional grade designs, complex tools, and steep learning curve. Canva took a total opposite approach, and that's simplicity over complexity. Canva interface was clean, easy to use for everyone. And this is what changed everything for Canva. Well, this was the story of Canva, and here are 3 quick takeaways for you. Number 1, make it stupid simple. Where all the other softwares focus on making more complex and powerful tools, Canva focused on making design stupidly simple. The easier your product is to use, the faster it spreads. Canva won because anyone could create a beautiful content without any designing skills. Make your business, product, or service so simple that it doesn't take an ounce of effort for the user, so they want to come back again and again. Second, product does its own marketing. Every Canva design was promoting its own designs and company. The freemium model plus built-in sharing led to free and viral growth. If users naturally share your product in action, you don't need a big marketing budget. The product market itself. Create a product or service that market itself. Give free stuff with watermark or do a giveaway. In this way, your audience remember you and your product to the marketing itself. Number 3, target the mass audience. Canva wasn't just cool. It solved the big problem for mass audience. Many times businesses go very niche and still things don't work. But sometimes all you have to do is to create your product and service for mass audience. that more and more people can access your product and it solved the problem. These were the quick lessons that can help your marketing reach next level. In the end, if you're starting a business, have a business or have an idea about business but stuck in marketing, then you can book a call with me where we can discuss and go deeper into building a winning marketing strategy for your business. Just click the first link in the description and you will see some open slot and you can book your call with me. And at the end, just leave a comment even if you don't like this video. Just give us what you think about this video so it will help us improve our video in the next one. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.